girl, Olayemi Akinola. Today, let's talk about wealth building. Do you know that many a time when people are talking about wealth, they are always in haste to build it and they just want it like overnight. Ironically, it's all the way around. Wealth building, it's over time. And for you to build wealth, you have to be very intentional about it. And how do you get intentional about building your wealth into the future? Yeah, let's go ahead this day and, you know, on a roller coaster mode, let's talk about wealth building. Wealth has a formula. If you do not know, now you know. What's wealth formula? Wealth formula is money plus time. You have to give it time. Your money cannot just, time, double or triple overnight. No, when it's not going to be all this, quick get rich syndrome or whatever they call it, or get rich scheme. We're talking about proper wealth building. You have to give it time. Then plus or minus rate of return. I used to tell people, where are you putting your money? If the money will give you negative, then you are not building wealth. If it's going to give you positive, then you are building wealth. And then you want to minus the two enemies of wealth, which are inflation and then minus tax, right? So the result total will give us wealth. So when we talk about building your wealth, number one thing, you want to spend less and save more. Then if you ask me, how do you spend less and save more, you have to just know your budget. It's not everything that appeals to your eyes that you want to buy, right? And even not everything that appeals to your taste you want to taste as well. You just want to be mindful of what you just get what you want. No, don't get what you want, get what you need. Yes. So let's talk about the second point after spending less and saving more. Because whatever you save, if you now put it, let's say, in a normal account that is not generating any increase for you, then inflation is going to override it, and then you're not going to build wealth at the end of the day. So number two, that money that you have now saved, you want to invest it wisely. I intentionally put the word wisely because if you put it in a negative rate of return investment, you are still going to go back to square one. So invest your money long enough to allow the interest to compound and for wealth to potentially build up. You just have to, like, I was talking to a client in recent times and he was telling me that if they put their money in stock, they want to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Yes, you can do that if you want to do that, but do you know that they're going to tax you on it? And I think it's around 20% right now. So if you are not careful, you might be losing at the end of the day. If you are just buying and selling, why not buy old at least for a year or two before you turn it over? With that, you would have saved more on tax on that sales. So you just have to learn patience in when you're building wealth. That's just the truth about it. So you want to ensure that you invest your money long enough to allow the interest to compound and for wealth to to potentially build up. Number three, the rate of return is very, very important. I already talked about how to know your rate of when your money will double. When you're talking about rate of return in our videos, in one of our videos, you can just scroll up to get one of those videos that talks about rate of return. When we're talking about rate of return, if they tell you your rate of return is going to be 10% on this particular investment, my sister, my brother, what you have to do is use the rule of 72. 72 divided by 10 give you 7.2. 7.2 is going to give you almost 7 years for your money to double. Recently I came across one real estate investment. If you save, they offer 30% annually. Do you know what that means? 72 divided by 30. That's 3 point something, right? So it only takes 3 years for your money to double. Let's say you put 50,000, or let's say you put $10,000 into such investment. Your money is going to be $20,000 in about 3 years. Then in another 3 years, your money is going to be about 40,000, and that's how you can build wealth over time. Now imagine that you are in such investment and it's safe. It's, if all things being equal, nothing is happening to the real estate industry for the next 10 years, and you were able to triple your money. And let's say you put in $50,000. That means we are talking about close to, over $150,000 in the next 10 years. And that's how you build wealth into the future. You just want to know what kind, because that rate of return is very, very essential before you actually put in your money. If they're offering you maybe less than 4%, 3%, honestly, for me, it doesn't worth it, because 72 divided by 3 is going to give you, I don't know how many years. Is it 20 years for your money to double? So you want to consider that. Number 4, your money must earn a rate of return higher than inflation. Inflation is set around 3% per annum, meaning that your $100 right now in the next 20 years might be around $55 in terms of value, right? So you want to ensure that whichever account you're putting your money into, it's the percentage is going to give to you is overriding inflation. That's why I'm an advocate of putting your money in high yield savings accounts. You don't want to put your money in an account that will not even yield even 1% when inflation is talking about 3% on an annual basis. I don't know how people think, but this is education, financial education, and I need you to take it very seriously, because nobody is interested in your future other than you. So also, you want to look for investment vehicle that have tax advantages. If investment that you do, they're taxing you 30%, and you are getting maybe 40% on the gain or on the profit, my brother, my sister, the return you are getting is actually 10%. It's no longer that 30% or 40% as claimed. You want to know the tax implication on your investment. You want to know, is it tax advantage? Is it tax now vehicle and all that? You must put that into consideration. And then let's say that another point that I will put across is that the result is your wealth. After all said and done, that's your future retirement. Many people understand this concept and work on it. You can do it too. Honestly, it's doable, it's workable, and I've seen a lot of people thriving on that. Use those formula and thank me later, and you will know that I'm your number one financial professional. I still remain your loyal girl, Olayemi Akinola. Just private chat us, DM us, send us messages if you need anything on life protection. We are still in month of September. It's a month of life insurance awareness month, so you want to be protected, you want to be secured. That guarantees your future protection. So we are just a DM away, and we'll be glad to get you started. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.